What's up, YouTubes? Milsurp Garage here. Let's talk about 8mm ammo, or at least the 8mm ammo that I've had the pleasure of shooting. My first 8mm ammo was Hertenberger. This right here, this is Hertenberger. This is 198 grain, non-corrosive, boxer primed, Austrian stuff. Problem? Expensive, hard to find. Any of this ammo that I've ever seen has had this 1983 head stamp. It's like they made 8 billion rounds in 1983 and then closed up shop or something. I don't know what the story is. This stuff was available at Samco Global Arms for the longest time. You used to see it everywhere. You'd see the brass at the range. Used to pick up the brass. I still have a lot of this brass. This stuff is good for reloading, from what I hear. The cases are nice, solid cases that you could reload plenty of times. I don't reload. But one day, I figure maybe I'll get into it. I just hoard my brass. So I got a ton of this brass, and I started to run low on this stuff. I got like maybe 100 rounds of this left. And it started to dry up, so I had to replace it. So, I replaced it. I replaced it with this stuff. Unfortunately, don't have a lot left to show you. And you see that they're stained. This was the end of an ammo can. And at the bottom of the ammo can is where they get... they had gotten some stains here. This is FNM. 1971. Let's get a head stamp that's not stained. FNM 1971 Lot 3. This is Portuguese. 196 grain non-corrosive. Don't remember if this is if I was saving the brass for the stuff. I don't remember. Didn't have much of it. I acquired some of it when I purchased a rifle, and a guy gave me a bunch of this, and all I have left now are these. I don't know what to do with these. It looks like you could just use them. You don't feel any bar here, even where there's this discoloration. It just basically looks like a discoloration. It's not like you even feel anything there. But I just kind of worried because on a lot of them it's on the actual bullet itself. I didn't really want that coming down my barrel, not knowing exactly what's going on there. I thought about tumbling them to clean this last lot of them that I have that are dirty. But then I had read that you tumble ammo and it can destroy the powder inside, like if it's it could break it up, you know what I mean? And when you break it up, it could change the burn rate, which would change the pressures, which could cause problems. But I mean, you know, with these bolt action Mausers, I really don't have much of an issue. But, this stuff is, again, 71. So we have 1983 and 1971 ammo. And both of these were good. But, once again, I had to replace that stuff. That dried up. And now, believe it or not, my favorite actually turned out to be this Yugo 1999 Violet primer seal, basically PPU. This is the older PPU symbol. Now this stuff, corrosive, Berdan primed. Cannot reload this stuff, but it is my favorite. Let me show you exactly how this stuff comes in 15 round boxes, and there it is right there. M75. That's what this is. Yugo M75 sniper ammo. And let me tell you, it is more accurate than any of that more expensive stuff. After going through a bunch of that and seeing where I'm grouping, you know, you get used to your ammo and exactly what the rifle's capable of. And of course, you're the big question mark factor when it really comes to accuracy. I don't want to say, like, you know, you're going to become a marksman just because of a certain type of ammo or rifle. But you start to see, even with your own capabilities, what kind of groupings you're going to be pulling at 50 yards, 100 yards. You get used to your rifles and what to expect. And moving into this ammo, I saw a vast improvement. This stuff is awesome. A lot of times when you hear sniper ammo, it really just has to do with the damage that the bullet does. A lot of people, you hear sniper ammo, you think, oh, it's got to be more accurate. You know what I mean? Like that Russian stuff. What is it with the N in it? 9N, 4N, 9, something like that. The stuff made in the 188 factory from the Mosin. And it's talking about how that's the best ammo for, Mosins. I am 100% sure that 188 factory definitely makes the best ammo. But I'm not convinced that Sniper Skaya ammo is exactly, going to be more accurate. I think what it has to do with more is that the round itself, the bullet itself, is designed to do more damage, or it's specially made for after a long flight to do, the most amount of tissue damage or something like that. That's just my opinion. I really don't necessarily think that this is called sniper ammo, so it's made more accurate. I think this is just high quality stuff. That's all. It's you can see that it's annealed. It's and again, primer sealed. I'm pretty sure that's not just a coloring to determine what it is. I'm pretty sure that's some type of seal to make the stuff a little bit more resistant to any kind of moisture damage. But yeah, it comes in these 15-round boxes. Now, I don't work for Widener's or anything, but I will give them, props on this. They got a pretty good price. They had this stuff in for about 6 months. I bought up a lot of it. I definitely bought up a lot of it. And then it seemed to disappear. And they had this other Yugo stuff available, so, you got to be careful. I'm sure that's not bad. It was this other PPU stuff, but wasn't this M75 stuff. And they were charging the same price. So I waited. I had plenty, and I wasn't going to jump on that other stuff. I figured I'll see what, but now this stuff is available again on Widener's. And I highly suggest picking it up. You would think, even though the availability of the stuff like the Hertenberger, the Portuguese ammo, even though the availability of it dried up, I still choose this stuff just because of its accuracy. Now, about the corrosiveness of it, I mean, who cares? You know what I mean? If you're the kind of person that wants to shoot your rifle and store it in a humid meat locker for 2 weeks before you get to cleaning it, yeah, you might have some issues. But I clean my rifles anyway. I mean, I come home from the range and I do a nice cleaning. I use Hoppies. I don't use any Windex. And I think just keeping moisture away from a rifle is more important than using Windex with ammonia to clean out a barrel. I mean, I just use Hoppies. Hoppies was around during when all there were corrosive primers, so pretty sure that stuff is well designed to deal with the issues that it has to solve. And then after that, I use my trusty ballistol. And then I go back the next day or the day after that, and I run a few patches of ballistol soaked, a couple of ballistol soaked patches through the barrel again, and you will see that it will weep a little bit more. Who knows if it's corrosive salts that are weeping out, but you'll always see you can be running clean patches through, and you wait a couple of days, you run another couple of patches through, and you're going to get that last bit of stubborn stuff that the ballistol kind of broke down. And you run a couple of more patches through and get out the last bit of that dirt. And then they just hang out and wait till the next day at the range. So I wouldn't worry too much about the corrosiveness. You pay a hell of a lot less for stuff like this that's corrosive. And you can't reload it. I mean, if you're a diehard reloader, I guess this isn't for you, But if you're not, don't be afraid of the fact that this stuff says corrosive. It's incredibly accurate and reliable, and round after round, it's very consistent. And that's my take on my 9mm ammo. Have a good one.